Today, I want to talk to you about something really important. It's about how your energy is being used every single day. Before we talk about success or self growth, we need to talk about energy first. I used to think I didn't have enough time, but later I realized what I actually lacked was focused energy. And the painful part is that so much of my energy was being wasted on small, invisible habits. Maybe you're going through the same thing without even noticing it. So today, I'm going to share 5 habits that are silently draining your energy and how to change them. 1. Mindless scrolling. I used to tell myself that scrolling on social media was just a way to relax for a few minutes. But those few minutes usually turned into 30, sometimes even an hour. The problem isn't social media itself. The problem is that we use it without intention. Every time you pick up your phone just because you feel bored, you're training your brain to escape discomfort. I've done that more times than I can count, and I kept wondering why I felt tired even when I hadn't done anything physically exhausting. The answer was simple. My mental energy was constantly fragmented. The solution is to set clear limits and open apps with a specific purpose in mind. When you control your attention, you control your energy. 2. Overthinking, but underacting. There were days when I thought about my goals for hours. I planned, imagined, analyzed every possible scenario. But at the end of the day, I realized I hadn't actually started anything. Thinking is not the same as acting. Sometimes we overthink because we're afraid to begin before we feel ready. I used to wait until I felt fully prepared. But the truth is, you will never feel perfectly ready. The solution is to set one small action that must be completed today, even if it's just 20 minutes of deep focus. Action creates momentum, not the other way around. 3. Comparing yourself to others. Every time I saw someone more successful than me, I used to feel behind. But then I started asking myself what exactly I was comparing. I was comparing my behind-the-scenes struggles to someone else's highlight reel. Comparison drains your energy because it pulls you away from your own path. It shifts your focus to others instead of improving yourself. The shift begins when you change the question from, "Why are they ahead of me?" to, "Am I better than I was yesterday?" When you compete with your past self, your energy stays aligned with real growth. 4. Saying yes to everything. I used to believe that saying yes to everyone would make me more likable, but the cost was exhaustion. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with you, you're saying no to your own priorities. It sounds simple, but it's not easy. We're often afraid of disappointing people. But what happens when you constantly disappoint yourself instead? The solution is learning to say no politely, but firmly. Your energy must be reserved for what truly matters. 5. Being too harsh on yourself. There was a time when my inner voice was extremely critical. Honestly, every mistake became proof that I wasn't good enough. Then I asked myself something important. Would I speak to someone I love that way? If the answer is no, why am I speaking to myself like that? Self-criticism can help you grow if it's constructive, but self-judgment only destroys your confidence and drains your energy. The shift begins when you replace "I'm terrible" with "I can do better next time." When you treat yourself with respect, your energy begins to restore itself. Conclusion. If you constantly feel tired, even when you're not doing heavy work, take a look at these 5 habits. I've been there too. And I realized that big changes don't start with dramatic moves. They start with small behaviors repeated every single day. Your energy is your most valuable asset. When you manage your energy, you manage your life. So I want to ask you something. Which one of these 5 habits is draining you the most right now? And are you willing to change it starting today? Write your answer in the comments below. Sometimes admitting the problem is the first step toward reclaiming your energy and stepping into a stronger version of yourself. Thank you for growing with me here. I'll see you in the next video.